Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter project every single time and give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today I'm very excited to check out the 79th most popular project in all of games. That is Paprium, the 16-bit beat-them-all coming to the next gen. Paprium, the near-legendary Sega Genesis / Mega Drive brawler, is coming back, presumably. Now, one thing I love here is the fact that they are mentioning right from the gate the systems this is on, and I can clearly see them from the outside. Nintendo Switch, Steam, PlayStation, and then we get Dreamcast. I say, oh, that's a bit cheeky. Now I really want to check out this campaign. MD, which I think is the, the disc-based one, maybe, and more. So I'm excited now, but I will say, they are 79th in popularity, despite the fact they've raised $679,000. That means something they're doing here is not tickling that Kickstarter algorithm, and I bet it's got Discord involved. I just bet it does. So let's see. Steam, PS4, PS5, Switch, and so much more. 2,323 backers. As always, when you go into the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? That's what you need to convince every Kickstarter backer. Let's see if you do it. Let's go.
Hello,
Jesus! Alright, so we have a long-form, 16-minute video. Okay, so, if you're going to do this style, make sure, please, by the end of this video, I know everything I need to know. I need to know what pledge level I'm getting, what price I'm getting. Otherwise, this is really, really long. Well, let's get into it.
Here is Fonzie. I'm your host tonight. Because tonight...
Huge ups on the subtitles, and I think even when I think people sound clearly, I always think it's good to just have subtitles in here, so big ups on that.
You and I and myself, we are going for a very long ride from the 16-bit to the next generation game system, such as PS4, PS5, Steam, PC, Linux, maybe Macintosh. We don't know yet. So you remember Paprium, the best, the biggest, the longest playing beat them all ever made for the Sega Genesis, Sega Mega Drive. You know the fighting game, like poop 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 poop? Yes, that one. You're in good hands. Everything is going to be alright. Tonight, together, for the great, we are going to beat the 8, the ugly, come together on my love train, and we will succeed. Thank you very much. But first, sing first. Let me show you.
Oh, the game. Cool.
So low.
Now, I will say there, I couldn't actually read that because they're so, it's so zoomed in. Maybe they know it. Sound something.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
That's the point where my wife would make a joke about having a seizure. But she well, that's not really a joke sometimes for her. She doesn't have seizures, but she gets dizzy, vertigo. But yeah, that was a really interesting video. I want to know more about this project. I mean, they've got me interested. They've hooked their claws into me. I feel like they did a really good job of that right there. That was so different.
Bravo, bravo. N'est-ce pas merveilleux tout ça?
What?
Okay, so let me explain to you. We've got a big problem. Is that we got to bring the best of the CRT display, which is a very heavy screen we got in the 90s, to your flat screen panel. If you do it like just an emulation, it's not going to look good. Color washed out, flickering problem, all sorts of problems. So let me explain to you. Lady, please. Okay, thank you. So we've got here, you got the stick?
It's good to stick.
We got here the original Sega Genesis hardware, Sega Mega Drive hardware, 16-bit, so the VDP, the VRAM, the main bus to the cartridge. So what we developed is a new technology at Watermelon, which is named the 90s simulator. And basically what we do is that we combine the original Sega Genesis hardware with some kind of additional technique to let you simulate the CRT screen. So please, next slide. No, please. Again, flip. Why flip? Okay, perfect.
I love this.
So this is a CRT screen. The game looks awesome on it. This is a flat panel screen, and we are going to make the game look awesome on it. So Watermelon 90 simulation. So stay tuned. Next slide, please. So not only the display, the sound need some touch-ups. So the original Sega Genesis cartridge is the biggest cartridge, but he also included our own design IC for sound, which is named the Datenmeister. We combined on the original game the PSG, which is a square wave.
So Darth says, I have no idea what this is about. Right now they're telling us all the issue. They're pretty much explaining why they have to run a Kickstarter and they can't just emulate this game. So they talked about the video, and now they're talking about the art or the sound. I assume we aren't supposed to be taking him too seriously. LOL. I think we are. I think he's like legitimately telling us
Frequency modulating.
Because I've hung out with people at the Midwest Gaming Classic who are all in the know about these old TVs, and they've talked about how these CRT TVs have special things, and they keep them, and they'll buy them when they see them on Craigslist. Like, they'll just snatch them up. So this is legit, I'm pretty sure.
6 channel of 6 channel of waves, basically. And our data mastership, 32 channel of digital.
That being said, I do definitely believe that they are in on the joke. Like, look at this slide. Why would there just be, like, randomly, like, graffiti if this were, like, a serious, like, slide? This is totally... I love what they're going for here.
CM audio. So, what you got to realize is that with Paprium we got the best of the 90s sound. Because we combine analog sound with digital sound. Big arcade boards had a similar sound system as well. So how to do to bring this sound to your next gen system? How to bring this sound to you?
Next slide.
So we developed a simulation of our own chipset. And all together we can bring to you the original sound, which is, people would say, oh, just put a CD. No. The sound is recomposed dynamically in real time, depending on what's going on with the game. There's a lot of special effects, a lot of things that can only be done with this setup. So we bring this to you. Next slide, please.
And Darth, you are way more in the know than I am. It sounds like, because that is really in the weeds. But that's awesome that you're in the chat, so you can verify or not verify. Wait, what was that? What was that slide? Sweet.
Okay. So
that's so funny.
How can we bring all the CRT effect to your flat screen? You may ask. I cannot go too much into detail, so let's start with black and white. You can see here, maybe it will be clearly visible to you. You got the light, you got the dark spot here. You got the light, you got something dim here. All these things is computed in real time, and it's named the 90s simulation. So thank you very much for your time, and let's talk soon. Thank you very much. So we got a couple of quotes, because all the Kickstarter video have some quotes from very famous magazines, but unfortunately we don't have support from the press those days, because, you know, Paprium is a very long story.
Oh, is it a very long story?
Let's start with that. Oh yeah. Command quote. All those quotes are coming from somewhere. Huh? So the game wasted my time because the game is too big. I got lost. Yeah. Quite a champ, yeah. 24 levels. The game is quite huge. It's 3 times the size of regular beat 'em all, but it's arranged in a way that you got like a lot of replay value, and it's quite big for a beat 'em all. So next, yeah, the content of this game is 100% ripped off from other games. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So this keep coming here and there, and what people have to know is that we are only a few studios in the world who record everything ourselves. Like even the sound effects are recorded in studio 100% for Watermelon Games. The music is 100% composed.
Cool.
All the graphics are 100% made for the game. The tools, the software, the libraries. There is not many companies in the world who can pull that off. So big joke, I think.
Tooting his own horn there. I liked it.
The game is full of bugs. We can make some updates with some minor tweaks, maybe, but and some surprise in this campaign. But it's going to be.
I like how they combine the word revealed and then revelated to revealated, which that's great. But they teased me a little bit about why I want to come back to the campaign, which is good. You know, stretch goals, announcements, things like that.
Be nice, you will see. And no, the game doesn't have any bugs so far. I mean, there is a few things, a few features maybe we can fix, but yeah, shame. Yeah, this is coming quite often as well.
So I love what they're doing here. I typically say when you're redoing something or doing a second print run or a second edition of something, you want to mention what positive things people said about that original thing, and that helps convince you why you should buy this new edition. But they're actually doing the exact opposite, and I kind of love it. They're saying, hey, these are a bunch of the common complaints that people had about this game, and we're going to completely just slap these aside and say we're fixing all this. Or the one where it's like, oh, he's complaining that it's too long. Well, that's because it's 3 times the normal typical beat-em-up game. So I like how they handled that. It's just different.
I hate this game. I didn't play the game myself. Yeah. Yeah, so please don't buy it. Please don't give money to Fonzie. So just to make it clear, you're not giving any money to Fonzie, and I think really unless this campaign make like the $1 million, I'm not going to get any salary paid, and I think I'm still working as a volunteer so far, so thank you very much.
I kind of want to know what's the deal with Fonzie. Anybody in the chat know?
Oh yeah, quite common. If you look at reviews from Paprium, you're going to have a very hard time to find anything, because, yeah. Oh, the game is awesome, but I will give it a crap review, because I hate Fonzie, or I hate Watermelon, or the game took too long, or I don't like
is that like an actual quote?
The game. Yeah, professional journalism, yeah.
If that's an actual quote, that's really crappy. I also, what's with the number 1 in the corner?
Yeah, coming quite often, unfortunately. The game is full of lies, it's just a scam. Yeah, so just to make it clear, what kind of scam it is that the president of the company have to pay to his own customers the games, like everything that people receive so far has been out of the president's pocket. Why? Who is scamming who? Like people got to use their brain. There is no scam around Paprium, and everything is legit. And it's Watermelon who got scammed by some other big company. And if you do a little bit of research, you can figure out what's going on. But
so I have to comment right now, and it just kind of revealed it. I need to reveal. I can't even say that damn word. I had kind of a revelation here. Do they really need to go in the weeds on this? Because I feel like they had a huge immediate jump of this, the people that were just chomping at the bits for it. And now we're getting to the point where you're talking about a bunch of behind the scenes stuff where I kind of need to research and be like, wait, why do people hate Fonzie? Who's Fonzie? Oh, you're Fonzie. Oh, you're not getting like. And now I'm kind of like, oh, I should Google search this. Whereas if you just would have kept with that first 2 minutes of like with the humor and the insanity, and then the thing where it's like, oh my gosh, they're zooming in and it's so loud and noisy, I would have been like, wow, this game looks like a cool game. I want it on the Switch. I like that they made me laugh, and I would have been in and out. But now. I'm going down a whole rabbit hole, and I don't know if you want people going down that rabbit hole if there is legit concerns behind this project.
But we don't give up, and the Waterman spirit alive, and we don't give up. We don't give up.
What I mean is that I think most people who are going to come to this project have no idea who you are, no idea about anything except maybe hearing about this game. And you're kind of telling them that. It's like when my kids accidentally confess they did something bad that they would have otherwise gotten away with. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that.
Yeah, quite a nice thing. Like the game made my Sega Genesis run other games very slow. Yeah.
What?
Oh.
That doesn't even make sense.
Something coming from. Enemies don't attack. But I couldn't finish the game in easy difficulty. Yeah, so you got to maybe if you want the enemies to attack, you got to pick a.
So now it's kind of getting to the point where they're just mocking negative reviews of this, which feels like I don't know. This feels like a late night TV host skit or something. This is so weird.
Very hard difficulty. I don't know.
Like the golden microphone, I love it. I want one for my Gen Con Bonanza.
Yeah, the gameplay sucks, but it's just my opinion from watching a YouTube video. Yeah. Coming quite often as well. It's a masterpiece, but too bad it was made by Watermelon. Too bad that Fonzie is involved. Yeah, so I don't know what to say about that. It's so funny. And if you want to make a good game, like why don't you do it yourself? Maybe, yeah.
I'm getting a vanity project feel right now, a little bit.
Tell me about the dolphin. Yeah. We all want to know about the dolphin, myself included. So thank you for your attention. And again, in case it was not clear, we want to bring you the original Sega Genesis version to your next gen system. And this is what this Kickstarter is about. And we want to make it right. It's not going to be an emulation or whatever. We develop special techniques to render the game both visually and on the sound.
You just
wait.
As
close as you could.
Okay, so I'm along for the ride. I'm enjoying the Zach Galifianakis kind of between two ferns, like hey, in on the joke sort of thing. I'm enjoying that, but now we're actually getting to a point where it's redundant because you spent like 2 or 3 minutes going through a long diatribe with the graphs, which were funny about why you've improved the audio and you've improved the video and you're going to do all this shebang. But now you're telling me again, and it just like, okay, I don't need this. You're already asking a lot at 16 minutes.
Enjoy it on a modern system because we know many customers, many hardcore fans.
I do not, Darth, but we probably will figure it out in the Kickstarter page once we get past this video.
Doesn't have the luxury anymore to have a CRT screen, so you cannot have, if you don't have a CRT, no chance to have the original experience. So we are going to bring you the experience of the game to your flat screen panel. This Kickstarter campaign is very long. We picked 2 months.
Wow.
Because a lot of surprise, and we put funding goal very high, and there is a reason for that, and of course I'm not going to develop here, but there is a lot of surprises to be unlocked before we reach our funding goal, and there is a lot of surprises to be unlocked after we reach the funding goal.
Stretch goals.
So a lot of surprises, a lot of cool things. This Kickstarter is a little bit maybe different from what you've seen before. You got to pledge. We got 3 main pledges.
Love it.
If you pledge $1 you can access to add-ons, which is like a...
And they mentioned the US dollar. I don't believe that this campaign, when we look at where it's from, is from the United States of America. I think it was from somewhere else. And the fact that they're like addressing the majority of people who are going to buy on Kickstarter, which is from the United States, love it. Love it. And I love the fact they're going over the 3 pledge levels here.
Small shop where you could pick physical or digital things. Or you got to pledge $1, and then we got a guide how to access the add-ons, and you got to add to pay extra to get the add-ons. The add-ons could be the original Sega Genesis Mega Drive limited editions, some PR Solar stuff. We are going to add more stuff as well later, but we got an awesome limited edition for the PS4, PS5, and also Steam, and a lot of surprise to be added to the pledges. We got also a digital only pledge where you can get the digital game, nothing else. Like you just pledge the $24, and
I love it.
We will, after this campaign is funded and finished, we will come back to you and we will ask you which digital version of the game you want.
This is so clean and clear. I kind of wish it wasn't, 13 minutes and 47 seconds in, because, what portion of people are going to watch the entire video? I don't know. I wish it was on YouTube so you could actually look at those. But this is great. I wish more companies would be like, these are the pledge levels, this is how much they cost. It's just so clean and clear.
For which platform you want the digital version for. And in case you want the digital version plus some physical things, you can also do it. You just have another pledge, which is also $24, which lets you have the digital version of the game. Plus, then you can access the add-ons and for the physical copies or limited editions and things. Thank you very much.
So that's really kind of odd that we have two $24 levels, one of which you can't access the physical add-ons and one which you can. Maybe they just want to keep those working? I don't know. That's odd. I've never seen that before. Thank you. Is this just silence? That's just silent. Okay. Okay. Whatevs. So, 2,323 people wanted to come along for this ride. It's raised $679,000. That video, I think they pulled it off. I mean, if you're going to do a 16-minute video, you have to do something very different to keep interest, and I think they did that for the most part, even though I think a lot of people might got lost in that 2 or 3 minute bit when they were talking about the improvements with the graphs. But, to create Zero Back, Watermelon is a game development company dedicated to bringing you the best in old school gaming. So we have one person here, so we should have some decent customer service, hopefully. Wait, did you say that $24 only I can get? No, he said that $24 will get you a digital version of the game, and then it will also give you the ability to purchase any of the physical versions of the games. Alright, so this one, let's make sure this came out. People are happy with it. Pledged at the 1/7, never received anything. An email every year or so apologizing for the lost packages and promising that it'd actually be on this way. I did find a message only a few days ago, so I'm hoping this leads to resolution this time. And don't give me COVID crap. It's been 8 years this game was delivered, but I guess that is after I supported your game at $200. I get a loan download code. Thanks. Just double check my email, and I got my backer code for Steam via Humble. I did not know what to say at this point. Received the game and all physical bonuses it should have, but at a very, very late point. So it took a while to ship some stuff. This company's no more. I guess we'll never see the rest of the rewards. Oh, is this? This is the people. I'm guessing that this is the toxicity that he was referring to in that video. And this toxicity is the people who got jammed. Wait, so other awards shipped? I haven't got anything. I received my Dreamcast Collector's Edition guidebook years ago, back in 2015. Was just waiting on behind-the-scenes DVDs and other stretch goal goodies. Ironically, I found they've gone bust for another Dreamcast Kickstarter that has failed to deliver. Elysian Shadows. Oh no. Falco let it loop on a stream. What are we getting into? And this is why we always check this. This is why we always check this. So, Kickstarter. Is this a Kickstarter? Oh no. Kickstarter. Ooh, here we go. Elysian Shadows. What is this? Elysian Shadows. This is from a different company? Is this from the same company? This one's from Alabama. I don't know. I don't know how deep we're going to go down this rabbit hole. I never received my reward. I never got my Xbox 360 code. I never. Hey, they popped in once. The DVD is still... So, yeah. Oh, my. No. This is not good. So, customer service-wise, this is dicey. That's immediately a check minus on the can you do it there. don't feel comfortable after seeing all of that. Now, that being said, that wasn't this game sucks. There were a lot of people that got their games, but it looks like some very specific things did not get shipped out or didn't get shipped out in a timely manner or something like that. And that will happen a lot of times with these Kickstarter companies who bite off more than they can chew. What I mean by that is they say, all right, we're going to do this version, and this version, and this version, and this version, and this thing, and this add-on, and this add-on, and this add-on. And all these things, if they all work together, that's huge for them, because then they have numerous products to sell. If they just make Sega Genesis copies, they're not going to have all these other copies to sell. So I understand it, but it looks like they're doing it again after they had issues doing it before, and apparently maybe even a side detour doing something else, and the fact that the guy in the video was like, hey, everybody hates me. Well, he didn't say that, but he was like, I don't know. Just interesting. Click here to watch YouTube original 16-bit trailer. So this is an original trailer for the game. Okay, cool. 10 years after Pierce, and I don't mind. I honestly kind of like that there. It gives me a little bit of context if I don't know about the game, and I'm a huge Sega Genesis fan, and I did not know about this game, and now I'm actually kind of excited to check this game out. So, I like this actually being here. 10 years after Pierre Solar, Paprium released in 2020 is WM's Watermelon Co. Okay, that's you. New landmark and what could be achieved on 16-bit hardware. Paprium is a brutal, screaming 90s game with a unique token on the genre such as multiple paths and hints of RPG elements. Ooh, that sounds fun. It's also challenging. Most of the beat-em-ups, or did we say beat them all? But yeah, you did. You said beat them all over and over and over and over again. And I thought maybe it was just a language translation thing. But no, they're saying beat them up. Oh, and it's from Iowa. I take that back. I take backsies. Where was the other one from? Was the other one from Iowa? What was Elysium Shadows? No, that was from Alabama. Never heard of Paprium? You can click the banner above to watch the original 60-bit... We'll get there. Oh my god, 4,246 comments. Okay. More details can be found at the bottom of this page. Update, new add-ons, Paprium competitive. Oh, okay, so we just had... So now this is not fun to go through. This is a huge cluster of just stuff. New add-on, mini Paprium for the Sega Game Gear. Oh my gosh, they're biting off so hard. The Paprium on the Sega Dreamcast. Paprium on the Nintendo Switch. Paprium with the Grand Stick 5. Sega Saturn and Color Pad unlocked. Oh. So this is what I like to call potentially more than you can chew. Now, hopefully they've learned from all their past mistakes. Last 25 days of this Kickstarter, we're running an Advent Calendar Mega Contest. Advent Calendar Mega Contest. Click here to join the fun. That sounds cool. What is this? What is this? Where am I going? Oh, wait, I was already there. Wait, what? What? Why would I click here to join the fun? And then it just takes me to join the fun, which is... Okay, that's annoying. Maybe they're trying to get people to click... I don't even know. Click on the image above to see today's contest. I don't see today's contest. I clicked on it again! Dang it. Oh, you gotta scroll. Kickstarter's too complicated. Purchasing options available. So you can pre-order. Oh, so you can just pre-order this on their website as well. Interesting. Okay. Kickstarter, to celebrate the second month of our Kickstarter campaign, we are hosting today's contest, December 6th. This is just a white screen. What am I looking at? What? It's not secure. That always concerns me. And this is not fun to read. Look how much there is to read. The Love Train, newer stops, Paprium. Oh, so this is people in the contest doing stuff. So this is like the hardcore fans. And that's awesome. I love seeing that. I love the fact you're trying to get people from Kickstarter to that. We are proud to bring Paprium to the next gen. I didn't quite understand what was going on there. That could be much cleaner and clearer to understand. And it should be, I think. Because that's an awesome idea. How to get the add-ons. Physical. But here's the other thing. You're also sending people away from Kickstarter to do it. Which I'm never a big fan of. How to get the add-ons physical. First, you must pledge for hello, where are the physical games? $1 plus $8 shipping. Wow, they're mentioning the shipping right there. That's awesome. The Kickstarter campaign is long with lots of prizes to be unveiled. What in the hell is this? If your preference is for a digital version of the game, all you need to do is pledge $24. Instead, okay, we'll get there. Let's just look at these pledges. Hello, where are the physical games? You get access to the... Okay, so $1 gets you access to the physicals. I misunderstood that, but good. That's actually really clean and clear, and 1,600 people wanted that. Cool. Just give me the game digital. 133. Wow, that's really surprising to me. Okay, so that actually tells me a good deal. that tells you a lot. That tells me that you are really appealing to your market, that fan base. But then when it comes to just appealing to Joe Schmo, like, hey, I'll buy this on my Switch. Oh no, this is the PlayStation Steam. Or no, because the Steam's here too. Oh, but the Steam got unlocked after. Wait, is Switch on here? Switch was on here. Switch was listed, so I should be able to buy the Switch one, right? Where's it? So here's Game Gear, Dreamcast, Collectors Japan, Collectors US, Collector. Oh, this is cluttered beyond belief. Steam. Why are there two Steams? So there's regular edition, Collector's edition. Regular edition, okay, so that makes sense. So there's Switch. There's okay. This is functional. This is a really interesting way to handle it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'd like it to just be like images. I think would be good, but whatever's. Custom game cartridge plus 88. Like, cause what is this? The Paprium Cabdom? Like, I think if you did, like, go look at other Kickstarters and see how they do like this long, sexy scrolling shot of their pledge levels, and I think that would be really good for here. But it's not. Instead, it's this and this. So let's try and sort through it. So 24 people want the digital. The 524 people with the digital and a physical, just for the Nintendo Switch. What? Why is this not part of the other ones? 7. Paprium for Sony. 2. Paprium for Steam. 6. Why do we have this? Did you? I'm gonna guess they originally had it all clustered up, and then someone was like, "Why don't you just make it? Just give me the no?" Because it was in the video. I'm so confused. I thought you said there is 3 simple pledge levels. This is substantially more than 3 pledge levels. Now, granted, I bet those are the surprises. Okay. Interesting. Shopping area. Not the biggest fan of. We've also got some crazy special pledges. The Mega Pope, the Paprium cabinet. It's sold out. Get rid of it. I want to see it. Confused about how add-ons work. Everyone is. Please contact our staff if you have any trouble. We're going to post a question with frequently asked questions. Cool. Excuse me. Collector's edition. I'd zoom in on that. That looks cool. Steam. Cool. So this is like a kind of a stretched out version of this, I guess. No, because this is just talking about the pledge levels or something. I don't know. Add-ons. Okay, so now we have. These are not little toys you get. I'm assuming these are special characters that are only available in the Dreamcast pledge or something. Like why? Or is this just artwork? Are you just showing me artwork here? No, you get a figurine. Yeah, you get a figurine. Oh, you get a figurine here too, right? This is so unclean and unclear. 1 CD mini OST. Oh, cool. Glad I get the CD mini OST. It's a good thing the CD right here was telling me all this. I don't like this. New add-on Patriot is also coming to Sega Dreamcast. 6 years. That gets me excited. Wait, 6 years after Pierre Solar HD, this is the second Dreamcast release by WM. This version of the game is different in between the 16-bit. Okay. Mini Paprium, a Paprium side quest game for the Sega Game Gear. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. So this is just its own separate. So is this the base game, or has there been some stuff modified to it? Paprium is coming in the Sega Game Gear. The side quest game named Mini Paprium is a unique and cute take on the original game. Multiple mini levels, middle stories, and mini saves. Total cuteness. The mini game becomes an exclusive collector's edition. That's cool. Like if I was like Sega Game Gear, if that was like my jam collecting that or something, I would totally want that. Cool. Has a unique take on the outstanding original 16 bits. So this is artwork, mini Game Gear art. So this is stuff. Biting off a lot here. Original soundtrack. Add-on. Is there a price listed? Okay. Yeah, you gonna even give me the price? I can't even find out the price. Okay. Hate the shopping area. Now for wondering, the Steam and now for those wondering, the Steam and PS4/PS5 collector's edition of the game comes with a single digital mini disc mini OST. The OST so the OST is the soundtrack, and so that's I didn't understand that when we were up there. By the way, and what about the Game Gear collection? Well, it's a surprise. Okay, compendium, physical game guide, $69 add-on. Oh my god, original print, signed and number. Kickstarter last 25 days. Click here to participate. The Kickstarter campaign is a bit different than normal. $2,099 backer. So $29.99. We makes profit. Dev kit, debug. What is everything? What is it? Oh, this is the stretch goal section. Cool. Cool. Have we hit these numbers? I don't remember. Yeah, it's like 700,000. It massively overfunded this. Good for them. Let's see where most of the people are backing. I'm just out of curious. France, 754. Holy crap. Good for you. Whatever you're doing in France, keep it up. You don't typically see U.S. second place to anybody in these charts. But that's really good. So what is this? We get a Grand Stick poster, extra cool buttons, NES, Super Famicom, and Sega Saturn cables. What does this mean? Included in every box. So an SD card included with the Dreamcast game. An SD card? Why do I need an SD card? What's the SD card for? What's on the SD card? Is it a game version? Is it an SD card version of it? Is what? I'm so confused. Grand Stick, 4 poster, extra colored buttons, NES, Super Famicom, and Sega Saturn cables. Grand Stick, Neo Geo, and cool cables stuff. I don't know what the hell's going on. Grand Stick 5 announced. That'd be cool. If I knew what it was. New add-on from $249. Extra levels, next gen only. That's actually really hot. That's hot, making that Nintendo Switch value better. And I think not spotlighting the $24 on that main image is a misstep as well. Like, how easy would it be to just put, $24 and you say, oh, Nintendo Switch game, $24. Probably going to be in. I think you get more of those people. I think you get a lot more people, just stragglers, coming in. Because right now I feel like you got your core fan base, but you're not pulling in those Kickstarter backers. Because a lot of the stuff you're doing is really weird. And not in a good way. Some of it's in a good way. Game is coming to Nintendo Switch, fully playable, next gen only. Rondo. What's Rondo? I'm assuming it's based on Rajon Rondo. I would totally play the snot out of that game. I love Rajon Rondo. Dreamcast game is coming to Dreamcast, so that was a stretch goal. 3-player co-op activated. Holy crap! That should not be buried. That is a huge, huge gameplay thing. I would mention that somewhere earlier than just buried in here. Steam, next coming to the platforms. Cool, they unlocked that. Steam original soundtrack. Game Gear was one of the first ones. Brazilian edition, cool. Paprium, limited edition. So, okay. And I do like the fact they put the stretch goals first, but it's a lot to take in there. Holy moly. But I'm not able to pay 120 euros for it. It's too much in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, for a beat-em-up game, that's a lot. I mean, even if you're a collector. It means we'll have some stretch goals below the funding amount. Weird. We have an unusually high funding goal, but what exactly is Paprium? Any story? Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm not interested at this point. You've taken so long. Here we go. And now we're actually getting some of the pictures of it. So it's cool. This is if you want that. One of them. We'll show you the Sega Genesis one, and then that's it. It's so weird. Paprium Plus, Sampler, the Mega Contest you mentioned again, which I didn't think was that clean anyway. The Grand Stick, our limited edition arcade stick is back. Oh, okay, so that's the Grand Stick. Cool. Ooh, that actually does look like a cool stick. Alright, Grand Stick. It's got stuff, things. Great. Click here to open the layout. What the hell? Want to suggest some button layouts? Oh, that's actually cool. That's cool. It's not more cool than the shipping, which I still don't think I know about. At least not the VAT. Cables included. Great stuff. Grand Switch. What is this? Only made of premium materials. The Grand Stick 5 also uses Sanwa. Oh, we're still talking about the Grand Stick. Grand Stick 3. Oh, so they had a Grand Stick 3. What about our previous game, Pure Solar? This is the first new game for the Mega Drive. It was also the first AAA homebrew game to be mass-produced for home console. That would be cool. I'd love to check that out. Sega Genesis is the one system that I really collect. Ahead of Kickstarter launch. Why should we trust you? We will deliver. We trust Kickstarter. We'll pay us at the end of the campaign, so there's no concern. Depending on how we success, I would go back to those comments section. You really want to know about some of the stress that other people have gone through. Go look at that. Always look at that. Why we need your help? How can I help? Where are the people behind the Paprium team? Cool. The list is updated. So yeah, this is great. They're showing me, this is the Game Gear people, the PS people, the Switch whatevers. The Fonzie interview. Paprium Plus. What is this? This is, I don't know. I don't know if that is. I don't have time for that. Alright, Paprium review. Oh, so we got a review. Awesome. Love it. I'd love to see a quote from this. I know you just want to talk about negative quotes, but some positive quotes would be great as well. Playing commentary, Portuguese, what's stuff, got the stuff, who's a what's, cool. Looks like a fun game. It really does. It's a very interesting Kickstarter. Some of the stuff I think landed really well. Some of the stuff I don't think lands very well. Let's check out the FAQ, the update, and the oh my god so long comments, and we'll get you a grade. How to access the available updates. Okay, so I don't like this. I would personally check out Reload from Colossal Games, how they organize their FAQ, because, you know, if this is my question, I have to go through all the other stuff to get there. Organize it a little bit better, but whatever. Looks like a functional FAQ. And we have videos. Let's check out the engagement. 3, 1, 139, 5, 14, 15, 36, 8, 115. Very hit or miss here. 21 updates. Dear good golly, that is... You really have to be all in on this game. Okay. Let's check one of these out. So, 3 comments.
Fonzie, Fonzie, Fonzie revient de jour.
Oh, this is about the contest. So, I don't like this at all. I feel like this is driving people away from the contest because you're making it so that I have to really put in a good deal of effort to get in on this contest. You know, one of the things that I think Exploding Kittens did really well were they made really simple contests. Just like, hey, record yourself making a song about exploding kittens, or record your cat doing something silly. Take a Snapchat of your cat doing something silly or something like that. It was simple. I didn't have to sit through a 2-minute and 36-second video and read a bunch of text to understand it. And I think that's a big issue with this. I love the idea, but I don't think the implementation is doing so well. And once again, I go back to the fact that this is the 79th most popular Kickstarter on all of games, which says a lot, because this has $600,000 and thousands of backers, which means something is not tickling those popularity charts, and I think that could potentially be it. I think you're only going to have a very small, hardcore fan base participating in the Advent calendar, just because the high barrier of entry it seemed to be putting onto it. More backers, but less money. Really hope we get to 700K. Different languages, cool. But France, yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. So what do we got here? Did we lose some Kickstarters? It was high, wasn't it? More Kickstarters, but less money, huh? Yes, we've lost quite a bit, but that's always inevitable. Yes, it's thinking time. Don't worry, it's quite normal at this point. Okay. Well, here's my thing. Make those $24 price tags. Slap it on there. So here's the other thing. Shipping. Did I get shipping information? Can we figure out the shipping information? Because if it's all handled in the back end, that's fine, but you still need to give me an estimate how much it's going to cost. Oh, great. No, it's right here. I would mention that. Hey, and the shipping's all covered right there. He thought he mentioned, whoa, $8 anywhere? Oh my gosh. So I think that this is a huge misstep right here. And I think that is a big, big mistake. So let's go back to that main image, and I want to talk about this. This should have $24, $8 worldwide shipping. That is just an absolute must here. Those are big selling points, and that's going to drive a lot more interest from around the world. Now, you've seen to Isolated France really well and marketed to them incredibly well, which is fantastic, but I think you have a lot to appeal here. $24 price tag. Fantastic price tag. $32 and I can get a Switch game. I don't think twice about it. Especially because it looks cool. You got an interesting video. I don't think it completely lands. You have a dicey backstory. So do I want it? Yes, I'm a Sega fan. I like beat 'em ups. It's got a 3-player co-op, which I didn't think you mentioned nearly enough. That's a fantastic banger of a stretch goal. It's got a slightly confusing stretch goal area. It's got a slightly confusing price area. It's more than slightly confusing, actually. I think just some organization would really help here. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? I have concerns. Because, once again, we go back to the past Kickstarter project. There's a lot of issues that seem to be percolating and bubbling up. And then you go onto this video and you're mentioning those percolating and bubbling up when you didn't even need to do that. I feel like most people don't know who you are on Kickstarter. Just say, hey, here's the game. It's crazy, cool, buff, 3-player co-op, whatever. Now we're doing a Game Gear. Because I think as a casual video game fan, to be like, oh, they're doing a Game Gear copy? They're doing a Dreamcast copy? That's cool. That's really neat. Also, I would update this picture to include Game Gear and all every single different version. I would get rid of and more and I put it all there, because the more versions you have, just the more quirky and unique I think this looks and could potentially draw people in, because you need to get higher on the popularity chart. And I remember this was relatively high on the popularity chart for a few days, and it just went all the way down. So, in the end, final grade. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Concerns. How much is it? $32. I mean, it really depends on what version you're purchasing right here. Is that going to be something we have to worry about? I don't know. That's a your mileage may vary kind of thing. I don't think $32 is bad for a Switch, PlayStation, but then when you start getting the other ones, it gets much more expensive and it becomes more of a collector's area, and so you know if that price is good for you. So how much is it? I think it's reasonable. So in the end, I'm going to give this project a C. A C? Yeah, right in the middle. I thought they did some things really good. I thought they had some really good ideas. They raised a lot of money, but then at the same time, I think there's a lot of really bad. I think if they just made some big cuts here and there, some reorganization, this could be a so much tighter Kickstarter page and a Kickstarter video. But let me know in the comments below, what is your grade for Paprium, the 16-bit beat-em-all game on the next gen? And if you enjoy this content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, because every time we get into a Kickstarter, they are all weird. They are all different, and it's fun to go on these rides, and I hope you want to come with me. But as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.